What's going on, gents and ladies who might be listening? Nigel Hunt here, the intellectual douchebag, coming to you with yet another video. Now, I produced a video last week on BWGTOW and my thoughts on black women going their own way. And as I anticipated, a few black women found their way to my channel and left comments in the comments field, which is fine. I always say in my videos, anyone is free to listen and leave comments, even though my particular channel is primarily for men. And one of the comments one of these women left, and I'm not going to call her out because not everyone likes shout outs, so she'll remain anonymous. But her comment I actually agree with. And her comment went something like this, and I'm paraphrasing here. The educated black woman is only a prize for white men. I actually agree 100% with her comment. But there's one part that she left out to this comment. Not only are educated black women a prize for white men, they're also a prize for dusty Negroes. For the decent black men out there who actually have good careers and don't have like 6 or 7 different baby mamas, the educated black woman is only a thorn in the side. And I'll tell you why. These women are always looking to dominate and control a black man. Many of them always go for these dusty Negroes who either can't keep a job, are not working, don't have their shit together, because they know that they can easily control these men, especially if these men are in a financial bind. Because she'll give him money, she'll tell him to move in with her. Hell, she'll even let him drive her BMW. And more than likely, he's going to end up picking up and banging other women with her car. But she'll still let him drive the BMW because at the end of the day, she can control him. But career black men who have their own, even if the man is not at the same income level as she is, let's say she's making 6 figures, and she has a management or senior management position in a company, and she gets with a brother who's making maybe 50,000, 60,000, 70 on the high end, but still substantially less than her. But he has his own place, he has his shit together. More than likely, he's not going to stand for her shit. And she may actually end up feeling intimidated by men like this because she knows, one, she's not going to be able to control him. He'll walk anytime that he's had enough of her shit, he'll just walk out because he has options. And 2, this man can always get other women. He could either get women who are on his level or women who are not at his same economic level. And those type of women, and I can tell you this from personal experience, tend to be more compliant than these so-called educated black women. Now let me address a couple key things here in regards to the career-minded, decent black men and these educated black women. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, educated black women tend to be a thorn in the side to these career-minded black men because they're very intimidated by these men. They know that unlike the dusty Negroes, these men have it together and will only stand for but so much of their bullshit. And because they're intimidated by the fact that they won't be able to control these brothers, because these brothers with their income, even though they may not be on the same level as these educated black women, they can still go out there and get women who probably look a lot better than they do, and who are willing to accommodate these men more sexually than these quote-unquote sophisticated, educated black women. Another thing, they tend to go hard at these brothers. They always throw in the face that, oh, they have more education, they went to such and such university, or they're making six figures while the brother's only making 50,000 and 60,000, what have you. And it all stems from insecurity. And they're all doing this trying to beat the brother down to get him to submit to her will. Because at the end of the day, these women want to dominate. See, many of them have these management positions. They have a dominant role. They may be in charge of black men and black women who they manage. They control the department. So a lot of times they come home from a position of dominance to try to dominate the household. And a lot of times a relationship between this educated sister and a decent black man does not work because they're always butting heads. So she has no choice but to go to the dusty Negroes who are in a position where they're lower on the economic chart, so to speak, and they can be easily manipulated. So again, I reiterate, in agreement with the comment that the sister left on my video, the educated or so-called educated black woman is only a prize for white men and dusty Negroes. But she's a complete pain in the ass to any decent, career-minded, self-respecting black man, because he ain't gonna stand for her bullshit. Now, in the last part of this video, I'm gonna discuss the dynamics between this educated black woman and white men, because this is a complete different dynamic. When it comes to the career-minded, decent black men and the dusty Negroes, this black woman tends to be very domineering. She can get away with it with the dusty Negroes because the dusty Negroes don't have that many options. In most cases, they're very reliant on these women for financial benefits. So they'll be compliant. Many of them will be compliant for a season until they find a better situation. And the career-minded brother who has his own ain't going to deal with her shit for very long. Especially if the vagina is whack. Let's keep it 100. But when it comes to white men, this domineering beast of a woman all of a sudden becomes very docile. See, at these jobs, these educated black women may be put in charge of other black women and black men. But there's always a white man or white men who are above her that she has to report to. So with the white men is where her power begins and ends. And she knows this. So in order to align herself with these men who are in power, just like in life with these swirling sisters and these sisters going bugtail, in their mind they want to align themselves with the men who they perceive to be in power. But in some situations, these same women who act to be so sophisticated and highly intelligent will demean themselves for these white men. Some of them are fucking and sucking their white bosses, getting down on their knees and tasting white penis. in order to either keep their position or go to the next level. So the way they deal with these white men is completely different. I mean, if you look on YouTube, there are videos out there that shows the difference of how these women, these black women, whether educated or what have you, act like complete beasts when it comes to dealing with black men. But then when they're with their white boyfriends or white men that they're dating, they're like sweet little flowers. The same thing with these quote-unquote educated black women. So again, sister, I agree with your comment. The educated black woman is indeed a prize for white men, because white men can basically do with them as they please. Whatever sick fantasy fetish these white men have, the educated black sister will accommodate him. Well, she'll let him fuck her in the ass and call her Sealy. That's how compliant these women are. And then when it comes to black men, decent black men, it's always an issue. Good luck trying to get a blowjob from one of these women without hearing how demeaning she thinks that is. Meanwhile, she'll be quick to get on her knees, like I mentioned before, to suck her white boss off. And that's the way it is. And most of the brothers listening to this already know how the game is being played by these women. We know what it is, and we're not bothered by it. As far as we're concerned, they can have you. Well guys, that's it for me in this video. Please be sure to rate and comment. And if you enjoyed the video, please share it on social media. Help me to help this channel to grow. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Plenty more videos to come, guys. This is Nigel Hunt, the intellectual douchebag. And I'm out of here, goddammit. I'm out. Until next time.